Hello again, this is Percy from The Balance of Life. Welcome back to my channel. It's Monday here in the United States, and I don't know, I had such a great weekend last weekend with my wife, and on the way back home, we actually went to Louisiana. On my way back home, I was just thinking about, it's like, does it get any better than this? And when I said that, I actually had to think to myself, knowing that yes, in some people's eyes, it can definitely be better than this. You can have more money, more ability to travel, better health, better strength. Um, Life is at its peak for you. You're in peak condition to where you feel that you can take on the world and do everything that you've hoped and dreamed about. And for me, I never just think about one side of the coin because there's always another side of the coin. And it's people who don't think life is worth living. The sad point about that other side of the coin is this. We're talking about people who commit suicide. And for me, a person who would not want to waste any part of his life, and a person who decides that he'd rather sleep with his eyes open than to actually blink because that's how much he loves life and does not want to live, you know, um, and miss any part of it. To think about people who decide to willingly give up their life and to exit this global community that we have here, I mean, it just astounds me. And so I had to do a little bit of research. In 2021 alone, 3.5 million people plan to commit suicide. 1.4 million actually attempted to do suicide. And sadly, 47,511 actually decided that they wanted to take the A train to wherever they feel was better than here. Um, Suicide is terrible. As for a person who cannot imagine deciding that they want to end their own life. I mean, because I know people may have what they feel is their reasons. That's why we have 47,511 people decide to actually go through with it and be successful. But suicide is the 10th cause of death in the United States. And see, these are only U.S. numbers, except for it's the fourth globally between the ages of 15 and 19. And usually there's almost on any given year, from what I looked at, there's almost twice as many suicide deaths as homicide deaths. So I have a question to ask those people here. Of course, I can't ask the ones who's already committed suicide because they've reached a point of no return. I can't go and ask a question of them. But of those of you that actually attempted suicide, or you know somebody who's attempted suicide, what did they say was the main cause? Was it lack of love? Was it being unloved? Was it losing everything? Was it being lied to? A lot of things I read is that people will actually take their life over something that was caused by someone else. And if you think about it, the logic is like, okay, you actually may have lost in one area, but you decide to throw the whole thing in. For what? Because of something someone said, someone did, someone caused you to lose everything, people walking out on you, things like that. It's like, for me, I'm sorry. That is not enough. And what I want to tell you guys, especially if you're between the age of 15 and 19, usually I do not rate my videos for young people. But if you have someone that you know, you can sit right alongside them and let them know that here I am, a guy of almost 61 years of age, had a stroke, sometimes would just pass out, have high blood pressure, sugar diabetes, had people walk out on me, had people tell me I wasn't good enough, had people look at me and say, oh, you're not what we're looking for. Had people, even when I was playing sports, oh, you're not good enough. And people are making all these decisions on your life and you buy into them. But for me, I like, okay, you may have given me a no. And even my younger self, between those ages of 15 and 19, yeah, I took a lot of crap from folks. But you know what? It wasn't enough to make me lay down my life. And so what I can tell you as well is that don't lay down your life. Pick it up and do more with it. And the only person in this world you have to truly satisfy is yourself. As long as you can be yourself and be honest with yourself, look at yourself every day in the mirror and say, hey, I need to pick it up. I need to lose a little weight. I need to get stronger, more physically fit. I need to work on my mind. I need to read more. I need to study this more because this is the field I want to go into. I will need to stop being so lazy. And just pick myself up and pick yourselves up and do it. And everybody say, oh, you just think it's that easy. That easy. No, but every day there are a lot of people doing it. And since we're all pretty much built alike, we may not be the same skin color, but if you have come from a family with goals and values and looking forward to doing things, then yeah, it's easy for you to follow along. But if you're the subject of a broken home, never knew your parents or anything, that's where mentors come in. And just as you have survived, then you can turn around and you can help someone that's in the same situation. Now, I didn't want to be too long with this here, but it is an urgent plea. I don't care what age you are. I don't care how hard life is for you. If you decide to close your eyes, and I don't know this for a fact, I feel that most people, if you decide to do that, you die with an L. Whatever state you're in that caused you to leave this life, you're dying with that L. See, for me, when I turn 150, 200 years old, and that is only an estimate of how long the minimum I would like to live, I'm going to leave here with a W. I want to. I desire to. I choose to. I would like everyone else to do the same. Let's live this life in victory for as long as we can. We win at life by living it and living through those things that hurt us. Continue to be successful, everyone. Keep your life in balance. This is my Monday. This is Percy from The Balance of Life. I want you guys to be successful. And while you're doing that, keep your life in balance. Bless you and take care.